Alright, let's make sure the stream is alive. Alright, let's make sure the stream is alive. Perfect. Alright, let's make... That's going to be slightly cursed for just a moment, though, because I still have not streamlined the audio check for this whole boondoggle process. That said, hello, good morning. Now, we are going to be playing some D4 Hardcore today, and last time we unlocked the seasonal version of the World Tier 3 Capstone, which is really not that different from the normal version. Like, at all. You get Vampire's powers for it, like everything else in the season. I got higher level than you really need to, but it's hardcore, so I'm not taking any chances. This is my level 69 mage. Well, ball lightning Sork. But still, I'm still learning Sork as far as Diablo is concerned. You may also notice one of my hardcore characters is missing. There is no longer Fodder, the Pulve Druid. I'll show you my Hall of the Fallen once we get into the game, but no, I didn't have her die, I just got bored and deleted her. I'm gonna need to make another character as a dedicated bank, so why did I do that? I have to make another dedicated bank. I don't know where I'm gonna put them, though, so... You know, what do I say? It's gonna be another Eternal Realm bank, Eternal Softcore. Because as far as hardcore is concerned, I don't think I could even fill an entire bank with what I got here. Like, I'm gonna level this warrior because there's a not seasonal awardment. There is a, just an awardment for getting every class to level 50 on hardcore. Now, I'm gonna only get one character on hardcore to level 100. It's gonna be this one. And I'm gonna do that because I've already done this same build and gotten it to level 100. Can you tell I like that design? I try to do at least one unique design per class. So, these are my banks. And naturally, since they've been carrying all of my gear in the Eternal Realm, I figure you might as well carry some of this nonsense trying to level classes I don't normally play on hardcore. I've gotten, let's see, Sork and Druid to 50 on hardcore. Barb is going to be next. I'm going to save Necro for last because Necro is my favorite class in D4 thus far. So after Barb, it's going to be Rogue. I don't know if I'm going to do all the level 50s this season. But if I don't do it now, I don't know if I'm coming back to Diablo IV, so... I'm using the same Ball Lightning build on Telelien that I used for Umbaroth. I did, however, change Umbaroth because I used Umbaroth to take down Uberwillith. And now the build is very different. The same build is on Alnu. But here's the thing. Alnu also has like 5 uniques. 5 ancestral uniques. And what did my phone just say? Oh, new follower. Thank you on Twitter. Okay, or X, whatever. X marks the spot where I'm not going to remember the difference. Anyway, what was I saying? Alnu has the same build I was originally leveling on for Umbaroth. So, the same LB build. Or LB, BL. I like saying LB because Ball Lightning, BL, that sounds more like Boy Love, and I'm not playing Holocure right now. I could play Holocure on stream, though. Something for future reference. Anyway, yeah, I'm using the same build. I'm going to have to keep leveling Telelien so I can do some Duriel runs. I only have 2 of the 5 uniques I need for this build right now, because, let's see, I have Raiment of the Infinite and the Talrasha. Both of which are sacreds, not ancestral. So I'm going to have to refarm them anyway once I up the world tier. And I'm going to need Flicker Step, Tybalt's Will, and a Godslayer Crown. At least if I'm going 1-to-1. Because I'm not taking any chances with Uber Lilith, especially on goddamn hardcore. I'm only going to do Uber Lilith once. And it better work. Let's see, what else am I thinking about while we're still getting started? I'll show you the Hall of the Famed Dead, or whatever it's called. Hall of the Fallen Heroes. But yeah, these are my characters, these are my banks. Naturally, I made them ginger. This is going to be my minion, Necro. Right now he's running Blight a bit heavy. I don't know if one-handed... I don't know if one-handed scythe is the best for this, though. I'm still figuring it out. I could probably do better than life on kill, but what else do I want to run? Shield, though, once I get Lidless Whale, especially, or Lidless Whale, Lidless Wall, I have never gotten one, so I have no idea. Once I get one, though, I can hopefully start finessing the build a little. This is my Rogue. Odelia right now, I'm being very stupid with this Rogue because I'm trying to make poisonous traps work. Everybody and their mother, if they run Rogue, they're doing combo Rogue. I'm trying to make this work. I might just have to find another build. And then there is my Whirlwind Barb, who I currently hate. I mean, I like Kelberbog as far as a name goes. This is one of my old orcs from World of Warcraft. I think he was Orc Warrior, yeah. Unfortunately for Ikelberbog, right now, I'm not good at Whirlwind. And Whirlwind's not good at bosses. So, this just takes for goddamn ever. Yeah, it's fine when you're working with mobs. Just a general mass of small fry. But against the fights that actually matter, it does not... it doesn't click with me. So yeah, I might change him over to an HOA build. Hammer of the Ancients. Or HOA, HOTA. Hammer. Hammer time. Umbroth. Umbroth feels weaker now than before I killed Uberlilith. Because, here's the thing. I transplanted her gear over to Alnu so I could level him faster. This was originally a Conjuration Sork. Now he's Ball Lightning. Because it's quick. I want him to get to level 100. I figured I would twink him over to a Conjuration build after I got to 100, but now he is stronger than the character I used to beat Uberlilith. Uberlilith... oh my god. I actually didn't have my gear min-maxed properly for that. I had my Paragon board and abilities and all that jazz. I didn't even have my glyphs all at 15 when I switched to the... you know, I'll show you the build. Let me just link it in chat. Where is that link? Okay, so for anybody looking at chat right now, this is the build that I'm currently using for my hardcore Sork. This is the one I used for leveling, and it does work. It functions. But until you get all your glyphs maxed out, it's not going to be helping you with the likes of Uberlilith. So, let me just pull this other one up, and this is the one I actually used to beat Uberlilith. And I realize my chat is not visible if you're just looking at the stream overlay. Hopefully you can see that if you're on Twitch. I'm still tinkering. I'm still figuring things out. So, yeah. In case you're not looking at... why am I... So I'm just going to go through this quickly. You can check the links if you want to see the build properly. But basically, this is what I've been doing in terms of my Uberlilith ability spread. You can take a look there and there. Basically, it relies on crackling energy, constantly keeping your mana up, spawning more ball lightning, yada yada. You know the drill. My Paragon board. Like, how many glyphs do I have that aren't at 15? Okay, I guess I did more leveling after Uberlilith, because I've only got 2 glyphs that are under 15 now. But, yeah, a 4, a 5, I've got no 21s. This build does work. But here's the thing, though. I went overboard on trying to match the affixes on this build after Uberlilith. And I figured, I'm going to keep farming, I'm going to keep leveling my glyphs. Oh, tomorrow, patch comes out, where they are updating the amount of glyph XP you're getting per Nightmare Dungeon as you scale to higher dungeons. And I can still comfortably do, like, mid-60 to mid-70. So I'm gonna go back to farming Nightmare Dungeons. And here's the thing. Look at these item levels here. 870, 9... This is a not perfect, not a perfect flicker step, but it does what I need it to do. But then you see, oh, here's some 800s, 819, 810. I'm glad there's nothing in here starting with a 7. Because I was fixated on trying to match, like, this has all of the affixes you need for your focus. And there's an argument as to whether you would want a wand or a dagger for lucky hit chance versus, what's it? What's the minimum modifier on wand? It's just for, like, damage to close enemies. There's an argument, because ball lightning is going to have you close to your enemies if you want to go dagger versus wand. But here's the thing. Everything here, I've been fixated on just focusing the affixes. The item level is a big factor that I was ignoring when I was rebuilding this character's gear. So, look at these numbers. Now, remember these numbers, like 6, 10, and 10, okay? Now, I'm going to show you the character that has even lower glyph levels, but I just transplanted the gear off. This is the character that was stomping Nightmare Dungeons, and I was never able to hit Nightmare 100 with this setup. I need to finish leveling glyphs. But, look at these numbers! Yeah, armor goes down, but attack power more than doubles. And it's got extra life, too. And this is not a focus build. This was just me getting the highest item level I could find and making sure I got all 5 uniques. Ancestral. 80 plus. Godslayer, Raiment, Tybalt, Flicker Step, and a Talrasha. And look at that. Talrasha, the important part. The elemental damage bonus. That's the minimum roll. It's a 10. This is not min-max. Look at my paragons. 15, 15, 10. I only have 2 15s. Everything else is 10. And from back when I was trying to make it a conjuration build, I got a couple of 7s. That's not doing anyone any kind of fucking favors. And meanwhile, you come back to Umbaroth. Oh my god. Yeah, I neutered my goddamn Sork by taking her gear off. Nudity does not make you stronger on this goddamn planet. Like, look at what I had to do. I have 8 boards on this Sork. Look at this. It is stretched razor thin, every point used. It's going to be better once I finish leveling my glyphs, but... oh my god, the item level, I'm going to have to keep on grinding again. I can probably do... okay, what's the item level, or what's the minion level at Nightmare 60? 114, I want to say? I can probably do mid-60s still, but... I just gotta figure out my goddamn game plan on this Sork, because this is the Sork I used to beat Uber Lilith. My first Uber Lilith kill. And now, she is weaker than my Conjuration alt. And Conjuration sucks. At least right now. The only reason people are using Conjuration in their Sorks for the moment is to get a percentage damage modifier on their other Sork bullshit. It's like, oh gee, why do you have Lightning Spear? Why do you have Ice Blade? Because you can get... where is it in the tree? Where is it? Conjuration Mastery. Yeah, a 3% modifier. That's it. That's why people are putting 1 point in Conjuration. Or in my case, 2, because I have the Ice Blades in my enchantment slot, and I have the Lightning Spear on my attack bar. So yeah, there's a method to the madness, but still, it's madness. So yeah, you gotta look at Umbaroth, you gotta look at All New. You know what I'm aiming for with my hardcore... my hardcore Ball Lightning Sork. You know, I'm just gonna call it Boy Love instead. Gardorthus, I think I might... I don't know. Like, I just need to get her to 50, and then I'll delete her. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you get a look at all my character designs. If you care for the fashion frame, you gotta have some kind of endgame, right? There's my druid, who I pushed for 69, because I wanted to at least try getting World Tier 4 before the end of Season 1. I was not having fun. Maybe if I converted him, but how do you take Tornado Werewolf and make it boring? How? And this is my Bone Spear Necro. I'm a Necro main. I will say that. For the classes that are currently available in Diablo, I think Necro's the closest I have to a main. Give me Crusader, give me Paladin, give me a Holy Warrior. Those are my mains, if I can choose them. And, yeah, I'm going to level you later. Here's who we are going to be playing as today. Now, naturally, we got a bit of a challenge going on, so figure we might as well get to a nice number. And we are actually going to hit 70 very quickly, because I've got Whisper stockpiled. Yeah, I don't care if it's immature. Level 69, we're about to hit the ding, and we're better to 69 than with a giant allotment of wood.
It is done.
For this, yeah, sure. Also, I would like to thank Past Me, because guess what I have? A handful of ancestral gear that I forgot to break down before my character died. So, let's just get all that swapped out. We will go to a jeweler to take those gems off. Now, I don't have a replacement for the Raiment of the Infinite or the Talrasha, so I'm going to have to run these once I get to World Tier 4. Actually, let me look at those numbers again. 5, 4, 5.3, 4.5, 2.8. Okay, yeah, it is a decent enough upgrade, so it was worth grinding for. Uh-huh. Yep. I'd like to thank my past Sork for at least leaving some of her stash behind. Like, this was my first hardcore, and I did this on preseason. Like, this was me just trying to uncover the map, back when they started that thing where it's like, you only have to uncover the map once per realm. And, yeah, look at what I goddamn died to. The spawn of Molkarth. I had no extra potions yet, and I was running some kind of melee build. It was crap. Like, look at this stuff. I had 2 reds, and they were not helping. I don't even think I was running Debilitating Roar. So the only legendary effect I had was on my Bulwark. And I had Poison Vulnerability, too. And this... Look at the hours! Can you feel my regret? This goddamn died in a Nightmare Dungeon level, or tier 55. To a Wrathful Phantom that shot me off screen. Like, I was paranoid about Bone Ballista, but a Wrathful Phantom sniped me off screen. I could have come back from that, honestly, because I was running a Death Evasion Elixir at the start of that dungeon. And I wasn't sure how I lost it, but I figured, okay, I'm playing cautious, I've got my shields, I'm going to just go slowly, and then I didn't see shit from off-screen attacking me. Oh, 94, a level 94. And an Ancestral Raiment and an Ancestral Talrasha. These were the only uniques I had on this build, I think. Yeah. The only ancestral uniques I had. Everything was ancestral. This was not a bad build, but I pushed Nightmare too aggressively. And, you know, at least this character did work. Canary was there to uncover the map so I wouldn't have to deal with the Fog of War. Orotzia was there to grind Renown. And she did. I did all of the dungeons to fill my codex on this character. And what else? My model's freaking out. Let's just see if I can... Do I have to restart VTube Studio? God damn it. Be right back. I'm not leaving you, by the way. I just have to reset VTube Studio. You can hear me. Yep. And while that's going on, let me tell you about these other hardcore characters. This one, Corlin Hull. In case you don't know who that is, because most people goddamn don't, that's the multiplying guy north of the Hidden Bear Tribe camp, or whatever it's called. Like the northeastern stretch of Fractured Peaks. How do you die to that guy, you might be wondering. His minimum level is 21. My character... Hang on. Can I bring this back now? Yes! There we go. Okay. My character at the time was level 10. Now, I could deal with one of them just fine. No problemo. Here's the thing, though. He did something I've not seen in any of my playthroughs before. He didn't start as a single body that I could easily track. No. He started with his 2 clones off-screen. Including one that was exploding! So... so... I guess somebody else ran by him and just left him multiplied. Because I got gangbanged. And I don't know Barb. I do not know Barb, okay? I can admit to that. I'm still figuring out the class. And this was already... Like, I put over an hour into this. This was after I'd already run around and unlocked all the waypoints. So this character was ready to fast travel and just bang out her grind. But I fucked up. These two, however, I accept zero responsibility for their deaths because they both died to disconnect. Silanlana, a ghoul. How the fuck do you die to a ghoul? Simple. You have to wait 5 to 10 minutes to log back in after Blizzard's connection breaks. So, naturally... Look at this. It's a level 14, okay? Scrolls of Escape do not drop until you are at least level 20. That said, they're also a rare drop. You hear me? A rare drop that you may not get. And it's not like I forgot to take them off of Orozia before she died. She was holding a Scroll of Escape when I bit the big one over my own stupidity in a nightmare dungeon. But I didn't want to burn scrolls on characters that were low investment. Like, look at this. Less than 2 hours on either of these characters. I was not going to give them a Scroll of Escape. I had 14 stockpiled at the time. I'd never used a Scroll of Escape except for disconnect and user error at that point. It was never a matter of, oh shit, I'm in a dungeon. I need to get the hell out of here. No, it was always, shit, I meant to split a stack I didn't mean to use. Oh well. So Silanlana died before she could get a Scroll of Escape. Kaizara, this one, maybe I should have, okay? Because this character was putting in work. But I didn't want to burn a Scroll of Escape, and I was doing well for 6 hours. That was pretty much one sitting, I think. No, like the first hour and a half I did one day, and then I kept going another day. And Astaroth is not a hard fight. However, if your character is stuck standing still for 5 to 10 minutes while you're just waiting to log back in, yeah, you're gonna die. So yeah, I do think I should have just humbled myself and grabbed a Scroll of Escape out of my stash. But look how far I got without even any red gear. No legendaries, no imprints, nothing, just yellows. And this character, look, it was no big loss. This was like an hour of time. Gardorthus, wow, I forgot how pathetic your gear was. You really did just run around getting waypoints. Okay, fair. This one, however, was the start of what I thought would be my final hardcore character for the season. 6 hours, wasted to a disconnect. Yeah, I'm not going to be that proud anymore. Look, I am depending on Blizzard's servers right now. This is not a user skill issue. This is an IT skill issue. So I'm always going to be carrying a Scroll of Escape for the time being. Why am I getting that notification? Goddamn emotion alarm. What was I saying? Right. Put that Paragon point there. I haven't opened this chat. That's a whole lot of nothing. So yeah, now that we are level 70 and getting ready to end our time on World Tier 3, we are going to upgrade our potion, we're going to swap over our gems.
Thank you.
Oh, there's a world boss spawning soon. 20 minutes? Do I think I could finish the Capstone in that time? Probably not. But then again, there's no point in actually doing the world boss in World Tier 3 because you can only get Exquisite Blood off World Tier 4. So yeah, fuck it. Do I care to upgrade any of this? Not particularly.
Come back if you need.
Upgrade the potion, get those decorations out. Decorations, jewels. My brain is partially in Monster Hunter mode. I should play some Rise on stream as well. I never 100%ed Rise. And some of those events are going down soon. They're getting rid of the Sonic event. And more, but the Sonic one is the one I vaguely care about. Brain, if you have a plan, you have to let me know. Where are... There, okay. Just deposit that, scrap that.
That cannot be salvaged.
Let's salvage.
Yeah, marking things as junk only works in your equipment menu. Doesn't matter if you transfer over to the correct page, it just... design choices.
Precious stones to catch the light. Come and see.
Okay, I think that's most of the busy work done. Do I care to keep any of this gear? Am I going to repeat the same mistake I made on my last character, but worse, and not have anything for the mid-stage? I believe in the me that believes in people that want entertainment. So, I'm going to get rid of this stuff that would help me if I needed to level again. Not even one Forgotten Soul out of that. What a waste. Oh well. Now, for the uninitiated, what we are going to be doing is the Capstone prior to the seasonal quest line. I did proceed with some of the quest line. If you were watching last stream, I did start the quest line and go up to the stage of, what is it? Meeting Eris. Yeah, meeting Eris, and then activating my first vampiric power. But that means we are also missing a lot of vampiric powers that are very useful, including but not limited to Metamorphosis. Now, honestly, I only proceeded that far in the quest line because I wanted to grind the Blood Harvest. It was not doing that much to help me. And why did I come here? I already clicked on... Where is it? Brain, don't fail me now. I say as if you've been succeeding. So yeah, we are going to be doing the World Tier 4 Capstone, and then the Seasonal Quest line, because I want to know if any of this gear actually scales to include Sacred or Ancestral modifiers. All I've seen with that gear is like sub-level 30, maybe sub-level 40 in some cases. I want to see how much it can theoretically go up to. I doubt any of it's going to be useful. If you've done the Seasonal Quest line for Season of Blood, you know the gear you get is unremarkable. It's like, ooh yes, a yellow at level 1. That might make for a good helmet for the next 10 minutes. That's about it. I'm expecting nothing, but... hey, you're along for the ride. Hopefully you're expecting some entertainment, right? Seasonal quest line time. Give it 30, maybe 40 minutes. And now, as I've said before, I am shameless in this. I'm going to be popping Death Evasion every damn time I even think of it. I have a Scroll of Escape on hand at all times for when the connection breaks, not if, when, because it will break.
Cursed. This place is cursed.
Yeah. Okay, I guess we'll start with Sigil of the Week. And I haven't played at all yet today, so I'm going to be doing my warm-up hardcore Capstone. But also, look at what I'm doing with this ancestral gear. Gear matters. I screwed my main sword on softcore for the season by transferring her gear over to the other one. Granted, though, I'm also thinking about maybe retrofitting all new into something for the Abattoir of Zir, which, for the uninitiated, is going to be, like, Nightmare Dungeon 100 plus in difficulty. So I could screw over all of my Sorks. Equal opportunity oppressor. Oh, this is gonna screw all of my characters so far beyond recognition for the Eternal Realm. Oh well. Yeah, for the uninitiated, Abattoir of Zir is going to be functionally above Nightmare Dungeon's Tier 100 in terms of difficulty, and it's gonna keep scaling. You get an exclusive glyph that gives you the best modifier for any glyphing game, and also it scales to potentially the high. No, it is the highest level thing. They're talking about scaling to like level 200 plus, which the amount of XP they're showing for these Abattoir runs get better. It costs you nearly double the amount for an Abattoir sigil at Tier 1. It costs nearly double what it does for a Nightmare 100 sigil, like 450 versus 800. And I said nearly. That's not me trying to skirt past it would be 900 if it was a straight double. But that's a lot. And you're still rolling the dice on Nightmares in the 90-odd section. I think the highest Nightmare I got just trying to roll for 100 was a 97. And even when my Sork was at her best, I was still not able to do it. That's why I need to keep leveling glyphs. I need to try both of the builds. Before I even think of trying Tier 100 on hardcore, I need to make sure I can do it reliably on softcore. Okay. And this is going to be a cakewalk. Like, I'm using Ancestral gear in the Capstone to unlock World Tier 4. You shouldn't have any Ancestral until after this. So Varrock, why did you do it then? There's no difficulty, there's no risk of death. Don't tempt my competence or lack thereof. There is always a way to die. And also, this is saving me grinding from once I get to World Tier 4, so that I don't have to fuss with a grind in order to start the seasonal quest line in World Tier 4, which may not even be necessary. I don't know if it's going to scale to the minimum floor of 75 once we're in World Tier 4, or if the seasonal is going to scale strictly to you. Because it seems like, just at a glance, it seems like the seasonal would scale strictly to you. But how many people are doing the seasonal quest line on World Tier 4? How many people actually know for sure? That's the question. So if you think this looks like a cakewalk now, I'm saving myself and you some time being wasted later. So I can waste it more deliberately. Do you see what those Aloha snack bars just did to my health? My barrier? My fortification? Yeah, this is still not a cheat code. The Abattoir of Zir seems like something... I want to try the Abattoir of Zir once it comes out tomorrow. But here's the thing. I'm not able to do Nightmare Tier 100 yet on any of my characters. Not even softcore. So you think I'm going to be able to do it starting tomorrow on hardcore? Hell no. Not even close. I will try next week, what's it called? Midwinter Blight? Yeah, I'm going to try that.
And out of mana.
But the Abattoir of Zir, I gotta prep for. If I do it, it's probably gonna be on softcore. I don't even know if I would stream it if it's on softcore then, because hardcore is where the streaming fun is. You want to see me suffer. I get it. I truly do. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do Abattoir of Zir anytime soon. The season, it'll go on until, what, the 23rd? I'll have a chance to try the Abattoir. But I'm probably not going to stream it. I might change my mind. You'll find out. But yeah, what I'm definitely going to show is the not Christmas event. Because I like it. At least theoretically. You have your big old Sandy Claus goat monster. You get some ornaments for your back. And, hey, bonus XP grinding potions that will persist after the seasonal event ends. You won't be able to grind more of them after the event, but you will be able to hold on to them. They don't disappear like things from Season of Blood. So yeah, if I need to keep grinding characters past the end of the season, I'm going to make sure I have that. I don't know what I'm going to be doing after the season, though, or how much I'm going to be playing with Diablo IV. I did just finish updating, what is it, Crystal Legacy, the Smith Plays Pokemon ROM hack for Crystal. That is something I want to play. And as much as I want to play it blind, I have been watching Smith Plays Pokemon. So I do know a little bit going in. But the patch that just came out yesterday adds in a hard mode, which like stops your Pokemon from leveling up after a certain point, so you stop scaling over the gym battles. It also makes the Pokédex actually relevant as a source of information and not just trivia. And more. So yeah, I'm gonna play the Crystal Legacy ROM hack, definitely. If not on my own time, then hey, maybe I'll stream some of that too. I have been wanting to replay Pokemon Gen 2. But it's a question of, do I want to go back to the originals, air quotes, on my Virtual Console via 3DS, or do I want to play them via the Gen 4 updates, the HGSS remakes? It's a question. But now that Crystal Legacy is out, with one of the best features from Black and White 2 that never came back in any Pokemon game in how many years? Yeah, I think I'm going to do Crystal Legacy. It seems fun. And like I said, I'm not going in completely blind, but there's a lot of stuff where it's like, I think I heard about that. But do I know it? Versus if I was playing actual Crystal, or even HGSS to a lesser extent, I know what's happening. I have played too much Pokemon for one lifetime. That's why one of my friends was saying I should have tried being a PokeTuber or something. At least make content out of it. Like, my friend was also saying I should read off some of these notes I've been taking for various conferences and shit I've been watching, showcases and all. like, what was it? Dragon's Dogma 2, and also the campfire chat for Diablo 4. I don't really know if that's going to be good content, though. I'm not a very reactive person. At least not in the moment. Like, if I make notes and then afterwards I can exaggerate my reactions, yeah, sure. But that... people would want live reactions, I think, not the way I take my notes. I'm not even sure that would translate properly to me performing. I'll find out. Because once I'm not worried about proccing this death evasion, maybe. Yeah, if I ever end up doing that react kind of shit, it's going to be some kind of post-production, where I've had chance to plan out my notes, and then I'm just doing something after the fact. You're dead. Stay down. Okay. Oh, that guy in the local chat. Or not local, just general chat. Losing a level 100 in Helltide, yeah. Look. At this stage, I think we can safely say, if you're not getting Scrolls of Escape, then Blizzard's just fucking up. Because hardcore... the primary source of death in hardcore is disconnects. I want to say the primary source is players lacking knowledge or just being way too ballsy. But I've lost a minimum 40% of my characters to disconnects, and that only shows the characters that got over level 10. Do you know how many characters under level 10 never even got a chance because they were just wiped out way too soon? It's at least double that amount. I lost at least 4 characters who couldn't get to level 10 over disconnects. It's like, oh yeah, sure, I'm doing the story on this one. It's still like tutorial time. I'm about to put my name on a stick and set it on fire in front of Kyovashad. And oh wow, did I burn the word greed? Did I get disconnected out of sassing the box and burning scribbles? No. No, it just disconnected. For nothing. Not a damn thing. But hey, on the bright side, we're going to beat Elias, and we might... no, we're not going to have time to get to the world boss. Wow, that is all crap. Come on, show your bald face.
I'm not ready yet.
I don't have metamorphosis. What am I trying? That's fun. Anytime you have to deal with something that could theoretically be a run-ender, and you just stomp it, that's fun. It's fun being overpowered, what can I tell you? You don't get a lot of chances to be overpowered in Diablo 4. Unless you deliberately downgrade your world tier. Yeah, I theoretically could have made it to the world boss there, but... no. There's no point in it until I upgrade my world tier. Take your time. Usually it's faster if you just click this, then back out, and then it automatically gets rid of the lock symbol, so you don't have to worry about waiting for it. But that only saves you a couple of seconds, tops. So, not particularly worth it. Well, it could be worth it if you're just trying to speedrun the game. I'm not! And my avatar's bugging out again. Very twitchy. Great. Just... maybe I should be working on that Crystal Legacy or some other thing where I can just import footage via the Elgato. Because it might be the Diablo performance hitting my PC. Like, hang on. I'm on medium! It should be hitting my PC this hard. Maybe I gotta open it up and clean it out. I can't see the fans, so maybe. We still got half a death evasion to run through, so that'll give us plenty of time to start seasonal. Now, let's see.
What will it be?
Is there anything else I want to get rid of? I'm going to stockpile a few extra elixirs, and then I'm going to start the seasonal quest line. Because you see, if it wasn't for me already having this ancestral gear ready to go, I would be wasting both our times, well, mostly yours. I would be wasting your time by grinding up some ancestrals so I could at least start safely in World Tier 4. This should be strong enough, at least for the moment. If not, I'm going to find out, and I'm going to regret it. Because you can see, top right corner, the level floor starts at 75, and it keeps scaling with you afterwards. Oh right, there's one stronghold I missed when I was just doing my busy work here. There we go. Oh, by the way, strongholds, they don't just have the floor for scaling in World Tier 4. They stop scaling at 75. It was the LB Sork that I was or my boy loves Sork, BL. That Sork, when I was finishing up on World Tier 4, I was covering the area at 90-something, probably like 93, 94. And I just cleared my first Nightmare Tier 77. So yeah, while I was fighting things in the 120s in Nightmare dungeons, the world stopped scaling strongholds at 75. I was basically fighting things 50 levels lower than what I was used to. Oh, never mind those guys. They won't attack us during a dialogue. They're very civil. Cannibals at least have some measure of decorum. So, what was I saying? Yeah. The strongholds stop scaling at 75, so if you want to save them for World Tier 4, then you're just going to be overpowered. Hey, you. There we go. Alrighty then. It's a good thing there's no friendly fire, because I forget Eris follows you for this quest, so I typically throw quite a bit of lightning her way.
I'm not ready yet.
If there's any stragglers left behind, that's a you problem. Yeah, I definitely feel comfortable having saved this level 70 ancestral gear. It's still not cracked. I'm 5 levels below. But it's doing enough work that I'm not immediately worried. Alrighty then.
Give me another chance. No.
Dracula is altering the deal. Pray he doesn't alter it further.
We seem to have complicated the situation.
The magistrate was the link between us and the leader of the vampires. This makes things annoyingly more complicated. You should scour this place for anything. Logs, documents, whatever you can find. I'm going back to Ked Bardu to follow up with some contacts.
I do not know why my model is freaking out the way it is. It doesn't seem to be a VTuber Studio issue. Maybe it is just my PC not being able to handle that plus a game running natively, so I might have to switch to something that I can just capture. Problem for another day. Anyway, if you go straight to the item that actually proceeds with a story, you won't be able to investigate the rest of these, but how much are you actually getting? The manifest marks that all blood be transferred to someone named Adrien promptly after harvest. The ascension draws near. There are trails leading from the cage to nearby casks. The stench of blood within is overpowering.
It's good to be alone. You have much to see.
Isolation is highly beneficial. No fusion techniques here. Excuse you. And by the way, if you think I was exaggerating with the bone ballista being one of my biggest problems in high-tier nightmares during hardcore, I'm not. These will fuck you up. Multiple elite bone ballista with suppressors on them? Yeah, you're gonna die. At least if you're me. I'm not that skilled. I get by.
Child of the eternal conflict, waiting for the victor to claim your servant. Answer me something. Have you ever felt like you were born with a noose around your neck, tied by your mother and father, enslaved by demons, threatened by angels? How do you fight the infinite finite?
Lilith might tie a knot with that, but Inarius, I think he's just gonna go straight for penetration. He's not that clever.
I'm not ready yet.
Good news, though, we do get our answer, though. It seems like most enemies are scaling to the floor of the world tier, and not necessarily to us, like they would on World Tier 1 2. Which, hey, I'll take it. There is some scaling variance as far as World Tier 1 2 goes, though, if you're trying to do a season questline. It'll try putting things in areas that have effective skill floors. But we're talking floors in World Tier 1 and 2, so the floor is going to be like level 30. Versus here, level 75. I can dig that.
Come closer. I can feel the blood within you. It's like no other.
Yeah, I ate Liliths. It's like a chicken eating nuggets made from its mother.
Of my revival, and the harbingers of my ascension. Just like you. I am seer of the ancients, and you will serve.
I will not.
Impossible. Why haven't you changed? I know your blood. I understand now. Blood like no other, indeed. It won't matter. You deserve more than to be chained to mortality. And the more you thirst, the more you will understand.
No. Hardcore character. Mortality is half the fun. devil wants to get me on my knees, then he's going to at least have to let me make dinner first. Also, blood wells. Do they still work in the story? No! They're hopefully going to fix this tomorrow. God damn it. That could be like 2 or 3 ranks. And you just can't get it. Where is it? Kedbardu. Right, okay. People wonder why I was like, I thought these fountains were purely decorative when I started in the season. Well, now they are! Because unless you're in an area that they bothered to bug fix, you can't pick up the potent blood. So it might as well just be decorative. That fix should be coming tomorrow, but here's the... Except for the seasonal questline, they have managed to, air quotes, fix it by just removing collision on the fountains in dungeons and the Blood Harvest. So you can walk through them to pick shit up.
The vampires may hit your camp with them.
We will find out if this is, air quotes, fixed. Like, actually fixed when it works in the story.
Walked away despite your vampirism. We could use that.
Yeah, I cucked him. I'm playing a woman. My blood flow is much more manageable. At least in terms of resistance.
Vampires were once said to be among the ancients, but it's... that was a long time ago. I don't know much more than that. But I do know of an ancient burial site in Hawazar. If we can find a vampire of that era in any condition, and potent blood, there are rituals I can attempt.
Okay. Hey, it does actually go... Why? Is it not going to go to Ancestral unless I'm over, like, level 75? Why? Why? Oh well. What level in the story do you have to be to start getting these as Ancestral? I don't want to farm, but there is a point where you have to do the Blood Harvest, and also, like, 4 dungeons in a row, so there will be some leveling whether I want there to be or not. Thank you.
Decent value.
Where is there? Typical Magistrate's Ring. No, this is atypical as well, because how many people are actually going to wait that long to get into the seasonal storyline? 42 is far and above. Versus what you can get, and this is World Tier 4! Why is it sacred? Why is it level 60? Ugh. Whatever. So I have spent some time in the Blood Harvest. Had to grind in order to get ready for World Tier 4. Ordinarily, I put down a marker on the map so that I could just see the route here, but A, I know the swamp. I've spent a lot of time grinding here. Not on this character, but just in general. And B, like every other part of the story that has the map partially obscured, the map markers just break. So yeah, there's no point in trying to use the map markers here. Do you like my Brimstone Steed? You may or may not have noticed it. Trotting Fire. That is what you get from Duriel runs. I fought Duriel 12, 13 times so far. I've only fought him on softcore, though. I know I can on hardcore, but I haven't been farming the Living Steel, which means I can't get Shards of Agony, which means I can't summon Duriel.
Then we just need potent.
Yeah, this is not free. There's a 5-level deficit, so I am glad I just got to where I can use my ancestral gear,
I need
but still need levels. There's a little bit of challenge. What did I just... I didn't mean to click the shrine, but hey, as long as I'm here.
I'm not ready yet.
I usually don't use shrines if I can help it, just because I don't want to get reliant on something that is so variable. It's not like I have a Spear of Avarion or something like that I can sit on. It's just something that I realize would be very easy to get reliant on. And you cannot pick your shrines. Is this going to be enough?
I need time.
Yeah, just barely. So yeah, if you thought the Capstone was a little too easy, welcome to actual World Tier 4, where I still need to grind levels to catch up. Do you want to sit along for the grind? I don't think so. I might make you, though. That is always an option.
I need
I'm not ready yet.
Fine, you forced me to use all my buttons. Are you happy? You actually didn't force me, I was just being impatient. Excuse you. You dare be undead in my presence? I am the vampire. I am the undead.
I'm not ready yet.
Oh, right, you're an ally. I told you, I keep forgetting I get to drag the meat sack along with me. So, if it wasn't for her invulnerability, I would be filling her with all sorts of... Hang on, phrasing. No. There we go. A valiant effort. Admirable among your sacks of rotting flesh.
I'm not ready yet.
I need time.
Don't make me push more of my buttons. I'm still holding back my right click to make things interesting. I wonder if this works now. Because it seems like most times I've tried this event,
I'm not ready yet.
the bats just instantly merge once, and then you never get a chance for mastery. It looks like it's working now. Okay, fair enough. That's one in a row, Blizzard. Good for you.
I'm not ready yet.
Why don't you come out and make me? You, my end, please. You're my bottom edge
I'm
now.
not ready yet.
There you go. Back where you belong. Under my heel. Now you see? That one you just walk through. But the story ones, those fountains still have collision. Because QA is hard for a small indie company like Blizzard. I don't care about the obols right now. Okay, 2 more corpse piles. Look, if you're gonna be an ally, you're gonna have to work a little harder to tempt me. I'm Italian. You remember, we were not always allies. Alrighty then, let me just check this for the build. Excuse me. Let me just check this for the build. Where was I? Yeah. Just one more for the glyph. Okay. I did start dabbling with Nightmare while I was getting this character leveled, but Nightmares 20 and under are not really Nightmare dungeons. It's just a warm-up. I say that even though I could still fuck up fiercely on hardcore. Don't talk to the coffin until you're ready to lose your... You know, she's not helping anyway. The NPC here will leave as soon as you complete this objective. And by leave your party, that's what I mean. They may or may not still hang around the general area, but they're done following you.
Just don't exert yourself.
Van Helsing here has a bit of a self-care kink, so just wants me to take it easy, take it slow. Can do. I'm surprised the vampiric affix isn't universal for the Season of Blood questline, you know, on account of all the vampires. But hey, at least it leads to less suckage, as not everything has a parasitic affectation to it, siphoning off your health the entire goddamn time.
I'm not ready yet.
You have forced me to use all of my buttons. I hope you're happy. Okay. Another sacred. Oh my god. Maybe I should just spend some time leveling, so I can try to get at least one ancestral for the story. Just one. Do you think they were expecting anybody to do this seasonal questline on World Tier 4? Maybe it's impossible to get an ancestral. We're gonna find out. Is that any good? No, it's a minimum roll. Fuck that. And none of the other ones are seasonal affiliated, so... What are you doing, brain? Are you happy now? Is that sufficiently orderly? Okay, now if my memory serves, this one is going to take us to the Black City, or the place before the Black City, for one room, and then we go back out, and then we have to start grinding dungeons.
All right, it's time. Put the skull in that basin.
Alrighty.
Release the valve at the blood well to fill the basin, and we'll get started. Your power's growing. You're sure you aren't feeling anything strange?
What? Who wakes me?
If this is another dead end.
It's an undead end. Come on.
Alive? Yes. Lucid? I don't...
That one skull is bigger than my entire torso. There has to be some brain left in there.
We're looking for Lord Zir.
I should cut you for speaking that name, bastard. Liar, betrayer, bloodsucking monster. Live forever, he said. Oh, here I am.
Then you were his underling, and things ended badly.
Was summer, autumn, leaves on the ground while disappearing into the city below to sleep, to wait. What will I do now?
He must be talking about the City of Ancients.
There you go.
It would make sense in the context of a revival.
I'll smell him on you, trying to change you too. He reaches for ascension still. I will help you kill him, and then I will sleep.
Very relatable terms.
A portal? I don't know if the skull even intended to do this.
Vampire, blood portal, all completely safe. And no matter how long you spend in this room, even though the characters will want you to make a haste of it, you can stay here indefinitely. You just can't do anything.
I've seen that barrier before. It's not coming down. We need to get out, now.
Why are you in a hurry? Nothing happens if you stay here. I've spent some time there, just waiting to see if anything happened.
It takes a unique ritual to get past that kind of door. And I need time to focus here and prepare it.
You aren't going to the city of mortals, are you? Take my advice. If you want to meet the Undying, you too must be undying. Fight the Bloodseekers. Cripple his forces. Make yourself his equal.
Just a moment. I've seen this before with every manner of person who thinks they can take this risk. This would change you, even more than it already has. We can find another
More
way.
unlocks? Sign me up.
No other way. No need for another way. Beat the bastard at his own game.
I have information from several Bloodseekers and their locations. Use it if you must.
More dead undead. Perfect. Also, even though the portal is still here, you can't go through it. It's just for decoration now. A cosmetic portal, if you will. And just in case you've never examined this item in your inventory before, yeah, that's it. Not much to work with. So I'm going to sell this. I'm going to scrap that legendary. Legendaries. So impactful. Was that a PlayStation notification? Yeah, okay, I'll deal with that later. I will disenchant that legendary once I get to another area. It's more convenient. Okay, now. Where is it? Did I toss this item? Oh yeah, I've been holding on to these caches from doing the blood harvest. I'm not sure if they're worth stockpiling, but I've still got them. Yeah, I guess I accidentally tossed that chest piece before on a previous character. Whoops. It is very unremarkable. Yeah. So many clicks. And don't worry about me, air quotes, wasting my potent blood right now for a skill I'm not going to use. Actually, do I use Ravenous on this build? I might. Maybe. Don't worry about me wasting time with these blood echoes. The potent blood. Bloodborne. Because I'm going to try to just get everything min-maxed. The blood isn't going to last past the end of the season. And hey, they made it so you can't accidentally waste your blood by giving you a prompt for upgrading, even though you haven't unlocked all the powers yet. That was a nice change they added. Okay. There's a Helltide, but I'm not 75 yet, so it's going to scale a bit over me. I'm going to wait on the Helltides. Do I want to do Blood Harvest, though? There is a part where you're forced to in the story. I kind of want to do some just so I can get some free whispers and XP. Yeah, sure, okay. We're going to do a little bit of grinding now. Did I just teleport to the city I was already in? I am paying zero attention.
My eyes can only watch so much.
It is a deed.
Okay.
I cannot do that here.
I realize I'm paying not enough attention on hardcore, so I'm just gonna pop that potion now.
Not while I'm in
Not
town.
tempt fate. I bet I could set off the altars with the ancients and get some backup, but it's a Tuesday morning. I don't know if there's actually going to be that many people showing up. I need villagers. Give me villagers.
I'm not ready yet. I need more.
These ones always feel like lost causes, but I need villagers, and yeah, he's already dead. Joy!
I need more time.
All these notifications, why am I only popular when I'm on stream and people get interrupted by my shit? It knows.
I need more time.
I need time to do that.
I need more time.
I've gotten one villager so far just by leeching off of somebody else closer. Can you die now?
I need time to do that.
I will settle for illagers. Not even villagers, illagers. Just give me something here to work with. Go on, send the Bloodseekers. Let's see what I'm working with. Against so.
I need time to
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need some levels before I fight them in the story, and there's a 3-some before Seer. I'm more worried about the 3 Seekers in the second to final section of the seasonal than I am the actual final boss. It is very easy to overlevel against them, but if you're actually where you should be in terms of leveling, or should, it's a strong word. If you are at an appropriate level against them, then it's actually a decent fight. I'm going to do a couple of laps to look for villagers. Other than that, though, I should probably just port out of here so I can reset the Seekers tracking me and get them to attack again. go. Probably gonna spend a little more time in the Blood Harvest, see if I can't get another Paragon point out of it. I'm trying to think what would be a good place to grind for a raiment.
Not while I'm in town.
I'm gonna put, what is it here? Flame Feeder? Yeah. Okay.
It is done. I cannot do that here.
All Sacreds on World Tier 4. Yippee. Volcanic and Stormbane. I gotta do something to get just better glyphs. I haven't tried Nightmare yet since I just unlocked the World Tier. Problem for another time.
Have many fine pieces. Bless and thank you.
Okay, back to the Blood Harvest, I guess. See if I can't get one more Paragon point, and then I'll move on with the dungeons I gotta grind. Maybe I shouldn't even be grinding dungeons, because the leveling disparity can hit you a little harder. But that's also fun for you, right? You want to watch me suffer. I get it. I really do.
I'm not ready yet.
Pick a direction. I figure there's a lot I'm going to be able to do with this character once I wrap up whatever it is I've currently got planned. Like, I've been saving all of the caches you get off of the Blood Harvest bounties, so I can redeem them once I'm level 100. See if there's any kind of value in it. And I haven't done any side quests on this character yet. Let me see. Zero side quest, zero side quest, zero side quest, zero side quest, zero side quest. So I can probably get all of the side quests at level 100 on World Tier 4, see if there's any appreciable reward. I know there is one item from the end of, what's her name? The Witch, the Swamp, Thaisa. I know there's one item people recommend you get as late in the leveling process as you can, because it gives you plus health, or max life, on an item piece that usually doesn't get it. There's a guy asking for a carry through the caps. I have some temptation to ask for it in exchange for, like, boss items, but I'm not going to. Temptation's there. But I already ran through the caps on stream. You don't want to watch me do it again, do you? Unless it's because I died and then you have to make me suffer by doing it again. That's a whole different animal.
I'm not ready yet.
Good, the vampires are threatened. Then come and get me already, why don't ya?
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
That could have gone very badly. Forward by a bull. What am I, King Robert? I miss early Game of Thrones. Part of me even misses A Song of Ice and Fire in the books. I still have 5 of the books on my shelf, George, if you're ever gonna finish them. He was talking shit about Gandalf should have stayed dead in Tolkien's works. You know what? At least Tolkien finished his book. What about the Silmarillion and all of his other unfinished ones? He finished the main book. Any writer worth their salt is going to have something unfinished because they're always working on something. Unless you finish your final book the day you goddamn die, writers are always going to have something unfinished left, found amongst their office. Always. And I feel like I'm finding way more of these villagers after I've already had to do that as an objective. So that's always fun, right? Okay, I need this one, I need these two, and then I can start moving right again. Get the one legendary Paragon node for this build. Joy. I will say this, though. The Druid that I'm respecking on Eternal Softcore, I actually get to use 4 different legendary nodes. That feels fun. Most builds, when they're properly min-maxed, don't let you have that much legendary. Uniques, sure. Uber uniques, especially.
I'm not ready yet.
That's all you got? These Plague Wasps are doing more damage than the Bloodseekers.
I need time.
Vexing. Utterly mystifying. Excuse you? Yeah, the village just instantly melted. You're not saving that, dude. These ones in the cages, though, are they locked up for their safety or the vampires? Alrighty. Look at the damage those Plague Wasps are doing. They are way more of a threat than the vampires. Hopefully we're not invaded or infested by bugmen next season. And if we have to be, can they be the bugs from the Invincible comic and not the Invincible Netflix adaptation? Okay, Let's see, which one is it? I think it's this one that always spawns with 2 Bloodseekers in it. So I should be able to do that, or that safely with just 1, at least for the start. I could go to a closer waypoint, but I actually want to empty out my inventory first. And Kilvashad is where my brain defaults to. There is nothing here worth saving. I can theoretically get a chest upgrade, but I want to have Raymond for the legendary effects, so... okay. I'm gonna toss that one, too. Sure, why not? Yeah. I figure as long as I get to level 72 before I have to fight Zir at the end of the quest line, I should be fine. A 3-level margin is not much, especially now that I've got mostly Ancestral. A margin of 5, though, especially against a boss like that, no, I'm still more worried about the 3 Bloodseekers in that one section before you fight Zir himself. Maybe I should try some Nightmare just to see where I am scaling relatively for enemies. Because, like, 75 doesn't feel bad for the moment. Stop dodging my balls. Yeah, I'm not dealing with that side quest right now. That thing can hang out in my inventory along with all the other crap I'm ignoring. Let's see. So gate controls, I think for this map, they typically default to the northwesternmost point prior to proceeding through the area. Where the hell is the second one defaulted to? I'm still warning the maps. There's only so much randomization they can squeeze in there, you know? Oh, right, it's going to be southwest. Northwest and southwest. Fine, I'll use all my buttons. I'll go all out. Just this once. I say just this once. It's gonna keep happening. At this stage, I am technically underleveled, so I should put in some effort. At least a little. There we go. And now just head northeast. Excuse me. Tempted as I am to rush through these dungeons that aren't giving me any new unlocks, I gotta make sure I don't miss the thing I came here for. That particularly mint blood harvest. Mint helltide, I mean. Green thing. Yep, very technical. Oh, good job, Ferox. Your brain is so huge. It's like you have one. There we go, that's our guy.
I need time.
One down. And I do not remember the locations for these blood boils, so we might be here a while.
I need
Whether it's blood boils or blood obelisks in this dungeon tile set, I don't remember their spawn locations. I think I have an educated guess, at best.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
Alright.
Refused to tell us anything about Father. What I found was much worse. The knights benefit are either dead or roaming the forest. I watched them for days until I found one at my father's limb. I approached and pleaded with him to come home. The creature that had been my father attacked me, and I sent him to escape. I couldn't see anything left of my father in the monster's eyes. Only pain and rage. Mother was right. I should
I need time.
Why are you all so defensive? Curse you and your quasi-immortality!
I'm not ready yet.
There you go. Now I think this is going to be... The room next to this is probably going to be an event rather than a blood blister. Yeah, no, I don't give a fuck. Keep your bone mortars to yourself. Now, is that something down there? No. Only 2 left. hear the ballista, and suddenly my asshole is tight as a goddamn pinhead. Narrow, tight, but you know what I mean, right? Okay, that's enough white phosphorus for today. Where the hell is the last blood blister? Did I just go right past it? Where are you? Here, maybe? Oh. Sorry, I was ignoring you when I was in the menu. Let me kill you properly. Oh, and also, turned that off. I don't give a shit about side quests right now.
I'm not ready yet.
So the last one should be back here, right? Yeah, okay, there it is.
I'm not ready yet.
Okay, and then I just need to get 2 more here, and then I can start migrating eastward on this edge. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I got blood harvest things to collect. More caches to ignore. There's no point in saving these for level 100. They're not going to be useful, but I am slightly curious. And slight is enough for me. Jesus, I got fucking nothing. Slight in terms of curiosity, not in terms of loot volume. God damn, give me something to work with. Whatever. Next, I think I'm probably gonna do... Do I want to do this one or this one? I don't think there's a functional difference. This is the one I am above 50% certain, which is not certain at all. Why am I talking? This one I think is the one that always has 2 Bloodseekers in it, the Carrion Fields. So let me just throw that in the storage. I'll salvage that.
Be wary on the road. Need something for it?
Is there anything else I want to get rid of? Not particularly. Hang on. I still have incense. How close am I to finishing this thing? I only need 1 more... How? I couldn't have planned that closer if I tried. Okay. I just need to hold off on that incense until it's actually going to be useful, so... Maybe if somebody asks nicely. Whatever. Okay. I'll go south and work my way around the continent clockwise until I hit the final, more challenging pack of Bloodseekers.
Not while I'm in town.
Yeah, good luck to the Helltide. Right now, I don't give a damn. What level are you? 78? Yeah, I especially don't care right now. That is an amount I could probably cheese, but, I don't wanna. I have been ignoring the chat. Kept the build window above that. Let me just move it again. I don't think anybody's here, but you know what? I gotta at least try, right? Here I really don't actually need to be clearing any enemies. I just need to, on this map, need to get to the Inner Sanctum. There's gonna be a brief event with, like, protecting a supply cache or destroying a cache that's being protected by the knights. And then I can proceed. Why am I retaining this information? But if I go back to Diablo 2 right now, I'm going to be forgetting so much, and I like Diablo 2 more than Diablo 4. It's just been too long since I played it. I do have the Diablo 2 Resurrected Edition. Maybe I should be playing that instead. It'd be a hell of a lot easier to figure out integrating the recording process. I'll tell you that much.
Vile bloodsuckers are only capable of lies, unless properly motivated. We have many.
Maybe I'll go for that one that's just a bit southeast of here. Maybe that'll lead me to the next objective.
Their screams, harsh and howling, eventually become like a song of death. It is a blessing to be able to convey subtly and send their...
Nope, not close. Another dead end. This is what you get when you try to think. Yeah, there's no way for me to go more north unless I wrap around something south, so I just gotta do it like this. Okay, fine. I was gonna walk away, but you can die too. Let me know if you find your angel down there. It's Diablo. Do you think that church is going to heaven? Hell no. Is it? It is. Goody. That was easier than expected. I don't even have to do another objective here. I think this takes me to, what is it? Den Mother or a Blood Bishop at the end of this one. Oh, Bloodseeker's great. Now wait, I can't just run straight there. I need to actually find the correct Bloodseeker too for the quest. Alright. Yeah, it's just open, but I need to find the other Bloodseeker. Damn it.
I'm not ready yet.
Come on. Just as I was about to open the map, I kept moving and found more mobs. I guess I am slightly paying attention. Enough that I'm not instantly burying another hardcore Sork in World Tier 4. So there's that. I gotta go this way, I think. Because I don't think they would spawn this Bloodseeker in the first half of the... There we go, okay. Time for more... Well, we get it right this time. Mint Helltide.
I'm not ready yet.
Okay. And now the boss is still wide open. So let's take the plunge, shall we? Alright. Okay. Nothing remarkable. But hey, I am getting Ancestrals. Hopefully that applies to the quest rewards, too, eventually. I'm not using Crowded Sage. It's not even a perfect roll, so... Once I get to, like, 75 plus, then I'll grind Varshan so I can get my updated Talrasha. For now, though, this'll do. Let's see. Next up, you. Gotta make sure to refresh my evasion, you know, of death. Not immediately, but while I'm in this dungeon. Or I could try finishing the dungeon without it. No.
Not while I'm in town.
That might make for fun content, but I would actually like to get to Uber Lilith. If I fuck up on Uber Lilith, then that'll be fun. But first I need to get there, you know? You know. Now this one, there's no singular final boss. It's going to end with a Slay All, if memory serves. And it usually doesn't. But let's be optimistic for once. What could possibly go wrong with that? Excuse you, die.
Experiment on myself. Raised another undead today. Excellent specimen.
Yeah, so now once I find the other two, I just have to go through the door. That's where I'm clearing the entrance. Or exit.
Directed it to a scroll. Scroll ended up in
Vestibule.
one process.
Whatever.
Find control. Library too valuable to let rot, but too expensive for the mercenaries. Studies go well. Who knows what might discover?
Thankfully, Thankfully, these vampire coffins that you find during the dungeons for the season don't require secret keys. And there's not even a guarantee that they'll always spit out a vampire, so it's good. Good enough. The loot is way worse than if you were doing an actual blood harvest, though. But hey, I'll take what I can get. Free is free. But you have to kill a vampire to get in there. Yeah, free is free. Free XP. I'm not sure if it's a certainty on this map, but if you do the central one last, or not even last, just when you do the central one, it should start to apparate a staircase. We're in the sunken library, not the gritty labyrinth, so maybe I'm getting my dungeon mixed up. How do I retain all this information about games I'm not even necessarily that fond of? The same way I can ignore something like a trap directly in front of my eyes.
I need time.
Just my brain running on its own. I don't get a say in the matter. Okay, now are you an event, or... There we go. Barrier dispelled, no staircase. Yeah, I'm getting my dungeons mixed up. I wouldn't even need a staircase here. There's a wraparound. There we go. Alrighty. And does it go straight to Slay All here, or do I have to go through one more section and then it converts? I don't remember.
I need time to...
Yeah, I think it's just gonna go straight to the Slay All. No? Brain, which dungeon are we thinking of? Which dungeon am I thinking of? I don't know. Thinking might even be a stretch. That's why you always have depth evasion up if you can. Alrighty. Where is that librarian? I don't know why I need the librarian. I'm 70% sure I'm going to the mausoleum after this, not a library. Okay, let me verify that on the build. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's a soil. Okay, it is a library, not a mausoleum. I'm just used to there being a shitillion bodies that need to be reburied. That's my bad. I forgot a thing. Get used to what's gonna happen.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
You know, if we had anybody in chat right now, I would be asking if you want me to pony up the Blood Wars so we can start farming the altars. But, since nobody else is here, I'm just gonna have to spam that message to the general chat today. Or, more importantly, the trade chat, which is where it seems like everybody is at all times. I will say this, though, I'm glad more people in general are using the chat on hardcore, even if it's mostly trade chat full of things that have nothing to do with trade.
I'm not ready yet.
If you're gonna force us to be always online, at least make it feel like more of a group experience, you know?
I'm not ready yet.
There we go. And that just leaves one more. Yeah. Toss, toss, toss. I'm not using smiting, toss, all that, yeah. I'm going to empty my inventory first, and then I'll proceed. Yeah, there we go. Wow, we've already been going over 2 hours. Doesn't feel like it. I guess it really does just come down to more practice. You get better acclimated and shit.
That's the salvage.
Alright. Throw those vampiric sigils into storage where they belong. I have 2 separate stacks of these, but yeah. I'll tap into that stack if I need more. Now, if memory serves, you do this one, and then you have to find, I almost said Neyrel, Eris. You find Eris in Kyovashad, and then you have to do the Blood Harvest and complete up to Chapter 3 of the season quest line. I complete Chapter 7, so I would hope that's just instantly done, but sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. And you know where I shouldn't be alt-tabbing? In the middle of the goddamn PvP zone on Hardcore World Tier 4. Instant death sentence. And yet I have a death evasion up. So who's laughing now? Probably you. Ideally you. Which one of you keeps building the wall? Are you part of Asmongold's new hardcore WoW guild? You know what's sad? I'm actually slightly tempted to go back to WoW for Season of Discovery. Slightly. I'm not planning on it, but the temptation exists. I strongly doubt I'd go back for hardcore, though. I've never played hardcore WoW. Official or otherwise. There's a part of me, though, that would want to try Classic, though. Like, Vanilla Classic. Because I never played Classic WoW back in the day. I started with TBC. And it was not at the beginning of TBC either. I think it was, I don't know, maybe halfway through TBC. And I put most of my time in WoW into Wrath of the Lich King. Kata, I think, was where I was dropping off, honestly. I stayed in for a while because big scary dragon, cool. But, yeah. It was either Kata or MOP. And I remember Kata because less so for the content than I do one of the YouTubers I listened to. And sometimes watch, but mostly listened to back then. OMFG Kata, aka Jesse Cox. I have not listened to him or watched his stuff in years. How long has it been since Total Biscuit passed? Like, nothing against Cox, but I don't think I listened to him outside of the podcast he did. It was TB, Dodger, and Jesse. And I got no problem with Jesse, not as far as I know. I haven't watched him in long enough. I don't think I could have an opinion, let alone a problem. Yeah, part of me misses the Game Station or Polaris or whatever they were calling themselves at the end. Good crew. But it couldn't work without TV. My favorite of their episodes, the podcast, was probably their first IRL meetup, where they had that, those pastries, I can't remember what they're called, Pims, and what was the other one? Jaffa Cakes. I don't know either of them, I don't think I've ever had either of them. I have no horse in that race. But the expiration date of 12/72 on one of them, that was the tits. The part of me that misses Total Biscuit still thinks of him pretty much like that. Before he started wishing cancer on people and then caught cancer himself. Whoops. Shit happens, though. Regrettably, I am not a firm advocate of House Biscuit. Sometimes I do pre-order. So. Very rarely, but still. Like, Dragon's Dogma 2 is coming out. I'm pre-ordering that. If they do a collector's edition, I'm pre-ordering that. Dragon's Dogma 2 looks too damn good. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, one of my favorite games of all time, bar none. I think I have 7 copies of Dragon's Dogma. Let me think. PS3, I have the base version and Dark Arisen. 360, I have the Dark Arisen and base edition. Switch, I have Dark Arisen. PS4 and Xbox One, they did a re-release of Dark Arisen. That's 7, and I have it on PC. So I have 8 copies of Dragon's Dogma. You can bet your ass I am going to get the sequel. It looks goddamn gorgeous. And speaking of the sequel, once there's a lull in the action, I'm going to read off my notes from when they did their showcase. Because apparently my friend thinks I should be doing that. It might be good for clips or shorts or whatever the hell. I don't know yet. My friend's been trying to push me into content creation of all sorts for a while. I don't know if... I wouldn't be here if they weren't telling me to. I would just be playing quietly by myself. Another sacred! You know, they're gonna force me to do the blood harvest at some point in this quest line. I'm gonna grind so I can get to level 75, so I can hopefully get at least one thing ancestral from this goddamn quest line. This is bullshit. I'm on World Tier 4. Why am I only getting sacreds? Wow, that's a lot earlier in the cave than usual. I'll take it. Don't get me wrong, I'm just surprised. Okay, now I can start moving back towards that legendary node. And about here is where they usually pop up the extra enemies. Nope, memory wrong. In other news, water's wet.
I need time.
I'm not ready yet.
There we go. Okay, now go back to Ketbartu. Eris isn't gonna be there. I have to go find her. Air quotes, find her in Kyovashad. And then... what else? Just like... I think the model is cooperating a little better now. I don't even know if restarting VTube Studio is going to be a help, so... There's going to be an ambush with 2 Bloodseekers. It's not a threat. And then I have to go to Kyovashad, and then Eris is going to tell me to go fuck with the Blood Harvest.
What's going on here?
There we go. Old dense text talks of multiple traits of the vampiric curse, but it's the section detailing the time it takes for the turn to take hold that's been circled with fresh ink. What are you talking about here? Oh, it's Duriel rotations. I don't have the Duriel mats. Not on the character this week. I do technically have a couple of Shards of Agony left over, but I'm not in a hurry. Anyway. A list of potential allies, many scratched out and littered with notes. The Cathedral of Light has a question mark beside it. So, we reassemble the basin. We put the skull back in. And then we fill it. There's a lot of these little bars here that do not feel relevant. Okay.
Came in looking for her, for you, not me. Didn't even recognize my face.
What face? You don't have a face anymore. Are you expecting them to recognize you based on your skeletal profile? Some people might. I can't. I'm face blind as hell.
A hunter learns something, I think. Left for the Cathedral of Light. She didn't seem interested in waiting for you. You reek. You're more like him now. And she doesn't...
You don't have a nose, bonehead. Whatever. Oh yeah, we're gonna have plenty of time in the Blood Harvest. Lots of farming opportunities. Yippee skippy. It's not even sacred, it's just base, what the heck? I don't even think grinding to like 75 or 80 is gonna get me an ancestral from the storyline. Just, why? Did they think nobody was gonna do this on World Tier 4? Because, I'll tell ya, highly unlikely. Very few, if any. But still, come on! That's the one I just got, right? It's only 3 item left. Why is it so disheartening? I'm not using any of these items.
Anything else?
Wait, that... Yeah, it's Edgemaster, but I have that in the Codex entry. It's a low roll. It's a minimum roll, actually, so... Yeah. Do I have any other powers I could be investing in right now? Good. That'll get me by. There's just... I think Moonrise you get off of the step where you have to do the Blood Harvest, and Metamorphosis is the final thing you get from taking on Zir. So, yeah, that's good for now. I don't have 250 potent... I keep wanting to say Blood Echoes. I don't have 250 to fully upgrade that, so there's no point. Not right now. A vampire trotting about on a brimstone steed. Farmed off of a lesser evil. Yeah. Come on. Slow walk your way around. Let's do what you gotta do. What's up?
Zir's army is slaughtering our people. The cathedral won't do a damn thing to stop them, and now...
Their voice actors weren't scripted to return and deal with seasonal bullshit.
We can't speak here. Come with me.
Look, I've been excommunicadoed from this place for a while. They don't care. They let me walk in there and massacre like 1,000 church parishioners or whatever the hell. Also, I could get to World Tier 3. That was an entire World Tier ago. They don't care.
I truly want to believe that. Alright. Seek out Zir's army. Kill as many as you can. Stop them from bleeding our people. If they succeed, we're all damned anyway.
Now, just for my own curiosity, because I've already gotten more than far enough in the seasonal journey, and I read this. I don't know how valid it is. I just read it, and I'm curious. If you can log out and then log back in, and then immediately have it treating that as sufficient progress. Because I doubt that's going to work. I could be happily surprised, though. I like surprises. Yeah, no. Way too optimistic. I don't know who told me that, but, they got problems. Where's a good place to do vampiric structures here? Yeah, that should be fine.
I cannot do that here.
Blood Reavers. Yeah, this is definitely going to be quickest if I do that with the altars. And it's still pretty early in the harvest as well, so... Yeah, I should probably just go straight to the altars. But I want to do the blood blisters first.
I'm not ready yet.
You're welcome. Oh, senpais noticed me. Goody. What are you gonna do about it?
I need more time. I lack the needed mana.
I wasn't thinking about that. Logging out to do that check means I tossed my death evasion elixir. Whoops. I'll re-enable it before I go to the altars.
I'm out of mana.
And I have Reavers and what else? Bloodseekers. Always Bloodseekers.
I need time. Out of mana once again.
Am I a threat to you or not? Start showing up.
I need time. Out of mana once again. I need time to do. I need more time.
Where are my vampires? Send me the Bloodseekers already. I'm getting bored. I didn't already kill them and not notice, did I? There you go. Now you're hunting me. Keep things interesting if you can.
I need time.
Well, where are they? There you are.
I'm not ready yet.
Finally, all ones. Ooh, and a deader as well. Perfect. You tried. That's what matters. Your failure matters more, but trying does matter. As a matter of totality.
I'm not ready yet. I'm out of mana.
Well, might as well burn that while I'm here. Come on. I believe in you. You know, I'm not fucking with that right now. Just need to pick off a couple of these guys, you know, away from the rest of the explosions. Why am I not just popping death evasion? Why am I like this?
I need time.
I'm not ready yet.
That's a few too many risks for my liking. Brain, do you have a reason? Would you care to share it with me?
I need time.
Okay. Okay.
I need time.
How many of you fuckers are there in one place? I'm gonna get one more Paragon point, then I'll empty my inventory and do the altars. I guess they forgot to despawn the bombers after they died. Whatever.
I'm not ready yet.
Okay. Yeah. My posture is horrific for the moment. But you know what? You can't spell horrific without whore, and I am a total loot whore, so I know what I am. Did I have that fully? Hang on. 2 there, 5 there, 2 there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can proceed right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will have that legendary node before I'm done with level 73, but am I going to get that far? I don't know. And as tempting as it is to upgrade my chest piece, I really do want to make sure I have a Raiment of the Infinite there. Are any of these good? That's a perfect Incinerate roll. Maybe I'll save that, see if I can get it in the Codex at the end of the season when they claim they're going to be adding things to the Codex. Okay. I was talking about reading off some of that shit from my notes when I was watching those showcases. Here are my notes from the Diablo IV campfire chat. Why do I have that number in front? I don't know what, 2841. That's probably relevant to something. Okay. No. Just scrolling that window. Keep that here. Okay.
Arms for the light.
Now. Here are my notes that I sent to my buddy Frank when we were just shooting the shit. Winter Seasonal Event has a 10% XP boost for elixirs that will persist in your inventory after the event ends, so during the event, you should stock up. The event for, what is it, Winter Moon Blight, that runs until January 2nd, starts on the 15th, so you've got about 2 weeks, give or take. Portal in Kedbardu for the Abattoir of Zir. It's the same area where you would be starting the seasonal quest line. Blood Glyph Cap, it seems to be about 200, at least from what they've said so far. That's the cap on the glyph. The sigil for doing the blood is going to be about 25. And for crafting one of these sigils, it starts, a tier 1 blood sigil is 800 dust, or sigil powder, however you want to phrase it. So basically double tier 100 Nightmare Dungeon, or tier 91 to 100, based on the crafting. But you know what I'm trying to say here. Blood Sigil cap is 25. No loot drops during Blood Sigil. You only get drops during the rewards. Boss tier is going to be 3 Bloodseekers. And they're going to have random affixes, all of them. So this is going to be like the second boss to the end of the seasonal questline, right before you fight Zir himself. It seems like, based on the information we have currently, that all of the boss fights are going to be 3 Bloodseekers at a time. So if you were hoping for variety in the end game, you're not gonna... Why is my goddamn... My Wanderer's head is jittering as badly as mine? Can I just rotate a little bit, maybe? What are you looking at? Who? Where? Why? Oh my god. I wish I could script that. I'm not that clever, though. Where was I? Right. When you do the rewards at the end of an Abattoir Zir dungeon, you can get uniques, not just legendaries and not just yellows. There's no confirmation if they're always going to be ancestral. They should, given you're tiered above Nightmare tier 100s, but we'll see. I've been doing the seasonal quest line, World Tier 4, and I've been getting Sacreds and Nulls, just like World Tier 2 levels, whatever. Tears of Blood requires thousands of XP, okay? We're talking like the first level of the Blood Glyph is 2,000 XP, and doing a Tier 1 is 1,000. And that XP is not exclusive to the Blood Glyph. You can use that on any other glyphs you're still leveling up. I think, what is it? I only got up to like level 10 here on my glyphs, and at this rate, we're talking like 150, 200 XP. So you could get multiple levels out of any other glyph compared to just starting your Blood Glyph. That XP will stick with you as well, because it's XP, it's a resource, you use it up. You use it during the event, it works. Huge XP. Oh yeah, by the way, lives remaining, 0, not revives. Also, starting at World Tier 1, no revives. So there is no warm-up for this, unless you just want to try testing... Excuse me. There is no warming up for this unless you want to test your might on Nightmare Tier 100. That is your warm-up for the Blood Sigils. And that's not just if you die, no. Everybody in the party. If one person goes down, you all go down. It's not a matter of using up your life either. It's not like you can't revive a teammate. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to hardcore, or at least your first sampling of it if you're doing Abattoir on softcore. If I do the Abattoir, I am probably going to do it on softcore. Because on hardcore, it might be too hardcore for my hardcore. Especially if I'm still finishing out the character. Let's see, what else? Enemy mobs are wholly randomized, as well as the affixes. You don't get any warning of what you're going to find in the Abattoir of Zir. It's not like a Nightmare Dungeon where you can peruse the sigils. You get what you get once you're in. Your prep is heavily reduced. I genuinely don't see a way to go over Tier 6 without the Blood Glyph being OP, so grinding the first 5 tiers seems essential. Did you also catch the devs wearing Damage on Tuesdays shirts? I feel like somebody else gets the rights to that, but you know what? Either they're ballsy or brain dead. At least it feels like a human decision, so I'll take that. They have plans for a really big itemization update. It's not coming in Season 3, we're looking at Season 4. So maybe you can expect that in Season 5. Season 4, if we're optimistic, and this is classic Blizzard, not modern Blizzard, so we'll find out. They said we want to have a lot of these changes coming out en masse. I'll take whatever you got. Just make it less bad. We noticed that players are having a tougher time getting Forgotten Souls in Season 2. Helltide fixes? Please. Increasing Helltide uptimes is actually what they're going to do. 55 minutes up, 5 minutes down. I don't know why they need the 5 minutes down, except for forcing you to lose your cinders as they refresh the Helltide every hour. So, less than 10% downtime versus currently its majority downtime. It's an improvement. And then they talk about the 925 problem. No kidding. You need new loot, but nothing feels different. And also, you can only get this off of, what's his name, Duriel and, the World Boss. And technically Uber Lilith. But you only get loot drops off Uber Lilith once. I didn't know this. But I guess if you're at a point where you can cheese Uber Lilith, they're worried about that being too easy a farm. So yeah, you can only get loot off of Uber Lilith once. While I'm on that note, actually, I'm going to show you what I got off of Uber Lilith. You do get a mount. I will say that. You do get a mount for doing Uber Lilith. So it's not like you get nothing. But I got 2 Ancestrals at 925. One of which I'm using. And I had to re-roll the enchantment. You may or may not notice, these are not perfect rolls. It's got fire resistance. It's got 3 suboptimal rolls. A 4th I had to roll as an enchantment. Like, the only reason I burned a perfect Prodigy on this is because it was one of my Uber Lilith drops. That ring is not good enough otherwise. And what's the other thing I got off of her? I think I have it favorited. Yeah, this amulet. An Amulet of Armageddon. I'm not running meteorites on any of my Sorks. It's a better-ish conjuration roll. You do get +2 to all defensive, but, like, none of these rolls are perfect. These are better rolls on defensive skills and conjuration mastery, but that's what I got off of Uber Lilith. That disappointment. I think I've killed Uber Lilith 3 times just testing this Sork. I have yet to kill her on All New, and obviously I'm nowhere close on Teleliane. So, that's going to be a while. Where was I saying? The 925 problem, that's right. It's going to be easier to farm 925s, theoretically, when Season 3 starts. Or maybe even the patch tomorrow. We'll find out. They do confirm that Midwinter Blight ends January 2nd, but the Abattoir of Zir will stay until the complete end of the season, so January 23rd. Also, I don't play on console. My buddy Frank does. Apparently gold scrolling for trading on console is awful. So they're hopefully going to make that a bit more tolerable. What else do I got? Sigils for the Abattoir of Zir are either crafted from sigil powder, which is not dropped in the Abattoir, so you gotta farm that off Nightmare Dungeons, or you can get it as a drop from doing the Abattoir. Oh, and this was just perfect. We think loot filters should be baseline for ARPGs. We're not against adding a loot filter, but with everything else we're planning on fixing or changing, it would break right away. I am only slightly paraphrasing in that part of my notes. If you implement it correctly, it's not going to break once you add, but I don't work in coding. But I also don't need to be a professional coder to know that for an always-online MMO-light RPG, you shouldn't load every item in every player's both inventory and stash just on proximity. I feel like that should be something you don't need a professional background to realize is kinda fucking stupid. And I'm surprised they owned up to that. Which makes me feel like them owning up to that means there's something even worse going on under the surface. But that's a problem for another day. Let's see. People want more color palettes. They're gonna sell those, you dumbasses. Don't ask for it. And apparently the person asking that was really emphatic about pink being a color. Not in my Diablo, it isn't. Will we ever be able to play the campaign on higher difficulty as somebody who just finished it on World Tier 2? Please? So, it was a good question, and they completely fucking dodged it. They're going on vacation, the next campfire will be next year, joy of joys. Oh yeah, and this isn't D4, but it is relevant because it's Diablo 3. Season 30, hitting the PTR. Stop lying about the last season being the final for realsies this time season, you fucks. Let Diablo 3 rest. I don't know. Like, Blizzard's continuing to assert aspect crystals will move to the Codex sometime during Season 3, thus between late January and late April 2024, and they're aiming for Season 3. I don't know if they're gonna hit the mark. Players whose stashes have been full since before the game technically launched, thank you Super Special Chocolate Clevered Ultra Deluxe Ultimate Edition, look forward to playing Diablo again, instead of unpacking with a side of Excel. We don't even have confirmation on how they're going to make this work with the codexes. Like, there are codex entries, and then there are aspects that you can't get from the codex. Like, how are you going to store those? Are you going to be able to store those at all? Like, if I went into my softcore characters right now, I don't feel like it. If I went into my softcore characters right now, I have damn near 3 out of my 5 stash tabs full of aspects. 1 and change of those pages are just redundancies. 1 and overflow is perfect aspects. I don't save perfect affixes in that page unless they are single perfect affixes, and they're the lowest level I can to make sure I could equip them onto the lowest level characters I'm running. So I have redundant perfect affixes as well in the redundant page. I have one page, what is this, 55? 55. I have at least 60 perfect affixes on Eternal Softcore, just taking up space. And depending on how they store them in the Codex, they might actually be storing them. You might not just be able to get to reuse your perfect rolls, so you gotta save a stockpile until you figure out what they're doing. I don't think Blizzard knows what they're doing, but I've said that before on a great many things. It's halfway through the Blood Harvest. I don't think there's gonna be people that are still... You still want me to stop the Blood Harvest. Okay, I guess I gotta go back for the ghouls at least. It's a perfect conflagration. I'll figure it out. See, this is the problem with the way the Codex is... Not even theoretically, just suspectedly going to work in the next couple of seasons. Because you don't know how much of which to store or why. I have an Excel spreadsheet. It's not open right now. I have an Excel spreadsheet with like 90 plus aspects I've been saving. And that's not counting the items that I haven't disenchanted. This is just affixes, the raw material that go into this section of your inventory. I got like 90 things being tracked between Softcore Eternal and Softcore Seasonal. Never mind the items that I haven't disenchanted for the affixes. I don't have space to play with all my characters. I'm only using 11 out of 12 slots. Only. And 2 of those are dedicated bank characters. Excuse me, sorry. I don't have space to play the game. It's infuriating. You know, I'm not even going to worry about farming up more levels. I'm just going to finish off this objective and keep moving with the seasonal quest line. Because I want to be done with it. I want to get my metamorphosis so I can finish building this sword properly. Because as we saw with the last quest reward, even if you are moving up in levels, there's no guarantee you're even going to get Sacred, let alone Ancestral, doing the seasonal quest line on World Tier 4. Like, what the hell? Why? I know it's not something a lot of people are going to even think of, much less do, but still. I feel like old Blizzard, Blizzard North, would be making sure that is accounted for. Modern Blizzard doesn't. It hasn't felt like modern Blizzard cared in a while. I'm eager to be proven wrong, though, because Season of Blood is an improvement over the preseason and Season 1 for Diablo. Credit where it's due. Current Diablo IV is better than launch Diablo IV, and much better than Season 1.
I'm not ready yet.
How much more of this do you want me to grind, woman? Jesus. Do you want me to do the altars? Is that it? Will that finally slate you? A bloodlust. With the second vampire.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
You just needed one more dedicated hit, huh? I don't know why you want me at my feet.
I need time.
Not taking chances with the suicide bomb. There are bloodseekers on my trail. Perfect. Come on, come after me then. Do your worst.
I'm not ready yet.
Is that all you got? Really? Okay. Guess I'm going to the tree. Hopefully I'm hitting that mutant time. I'm sorry, I'm having a bit of a coughing day. Breathing is not all it's cracked up to be, but
Not while I'm in town.
gotta keep doing it. At least trying.
It is done.
Yeah, sure. Yep. Okay. Anything good? That's the question. Another Malignant Heart. More Volcanic. I think one of these will be good eventually. Don't need that, don't need that. Yeah, all sacreds. Except for this crap, that's even less. I don't know if I'm going to use Ever Living or not, but that's a high enough roll. I feel like I should hold on to it.
Not while I'm in town.
Now, is that Blood Harvest meter just going to keep ticking until the current session ends, or what?
Ready, don't ruin all that work.
And I feel like I should try the,
Very good. Thank you.
altars at least once. Give this build a little stress test before I go fight Zier, you know? Oh yeah, I gotta put that in storage. Because the last thing you want to do is be holding a bunch of boss mats and then die on hardcore. I have plenty of lures. I'm just going to summon it all on my own. And if people show up, they show up. And if they don't, hopefully I don't have to run. We shall see. Where am I right now? Okay. I know where the altars are, but I forgot where I was. I'm sure there's somebody else poking around here. It's World Tier 4.
I offered you power. Now you seek to steal it from me.
That's the idea.
I'm not ready yet.
More notifications. Hello. What else I'm looking for?
I'm not ready yet.
Yeah, I feel like if I can handle these guys at 81, Seer at 75 is not going to be an issue.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
If you're looking to farm off of this for XP or drops or whatever, you're better off using the altars right at the start of a blood harvest, when most people are just starting to show up. I don't know what most people are doing here, the timing, but I figure you can get most of what you need done in like 20, 30 minutes, and that's if you're doing all the whispers and everything. The first time I got to World Tier 4, while Season of Blood and all, I think I ponied up like 450 or 600 blood lures of my own, and I was basically just paying the cost for people higher level than me to run the event and farm blood for their alts. And you know what? That worked. I'll hang around a little bit, see if I can get a pair of Bloodseekers to show up.
Out of mana.
I'm not going to get that legendary node before I fight Seer. I just want to get in there. And you guys don't want me to level match the enemies. You want me to be under-leveled. You want an underdog. Or maybe not an underdog. You want to root... you want to root against me. You want me to die. I know you. I think I would have noticed that the Bloodseekers spawned in that mess. I can handle 3 level 81 Ancients. I didn't feel threatened at any point now, so I should be fine. Give me more Bloodseekers, something, anything to fight. Come on.
I'm out of mana.
I wasn't paying attention to the bar. I guess I can go back to Eris now. Altars cinched it. But I want another pair of Bloodseekers on my trail. Maybe it's worth my while. At least close to it. There we go. Now they're hunting me. See, all you have to do is take an assertive tone and remind the vampires how much they suck. Then they'll show up to demonstrate. See? Perfect. Come on, I'm doing laps. This rock is so photogenic. If only there were some.
I need time.
There you go. I was circling a rock, and now I got blood from the stone. Perfect. That was not worth it for a farming session, but whatever. I'll go to Kiova Shot. Things are a bit more compacted there, so easier for me to manage. I'll purge my inventory, and then we are going into the final quest of the seasonal quest line. World Tier 4, Hardcore Mode. And the closest I've been to Threatened was not any part of the quest line, but just some random plague wasps. Balance is hard.
Anything else?
And none of that had flavor text on it, so... That's a low roll. I'm not using Exploiter. And that's a decent conceit. Might use that. That's a perfect battle cat. I'll think about it. Like, I don't remember where I have my perfect save, but... No! We're talking about how the codex might work, okay? Here's another thing. Softcore versus hardcore divide. Plus the seasonal versus eternal divide. Which things carry over? To what degree? Because when I was doing, I'm doing... what was it? Seasonal softcore. You don't keep all your codex entries unlocked from across the other realms. Hardcore, Hardcore I did in the season, I did all the dungeons. In softcore, I did them on Eternal. So I have all the codex entries unlocked, theoretically, depending on how they carry over. But does that mean I need to get perfect on everything for softcore and hardcore to make the codex fully usable? What the hell? I'm not looking forward to that. I'm not looking forward to that at all, but... we don't know. They haven't told us yet. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Assuming I'm still playing at that stage. I'm going to be optimistic and say I want to keep playing more Diablo 4. Maybe not right away, though. Maybe once the Vessel of Hatred comes out. Because I spent way too much time playing Diablo 2 when I was a kid. I hope Diablo 4 can grab me the same way, eventually. Yeah, okay. So it looks like I got about 30 minutes left on the timer for my Death Evasion Elixir. You can't actually get a straight-up timer or a numerical indicator. You just have to rely on the portion of this that is yellowed out. Which is fun, right? Who needs numerical specificity in a game about numbers? Who? Who indeed?
Yes, I saw it myself. I once guessed your curse might be used to our advantage, but the way you tore through those Seekers, you're ready to face Seer. And I've discovered...
I didn't just fight Seekers, I fought ancient vampires as well.
Right.
No acknowledgement of the altars, though. Oh well.
Meet me there.
And now we have to go back to here. March through a little bit of the... was it Act 1 area? And I guess Act... no, just Act 1. If you're going to count any additional acts in that part, I guess Act 6, where you get a refresher of everything up to that point. Whatever. I need to deal with this thing that is on my phone. I am not leaving. I'll be right back. I'm still here. The game is still running. I just have to put my attention elsewhere for a hot second. So I'm going to clear this mob. If I was smart, I would have done this in town, but now you have a chance to watch me die while I'm AFK. So, hopefully that's fun for you. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm sorry about that. Hope I didn't waste too much time on that death evasion elixir. Standing around. Not even menacingly, just being menaced. Alrighty, final quest time. Again. Please give me an Ancestral. Please. It's not like you can't get Ancestrals below level 75 or 80.
Oh, good. It's you. You certainly move like a vampire.
What do you mean by that?
The offering of flesh has been made, thanks to the guards. I just need to breach the seals.
Let me at him.
We can assume Zir knows you've come.
Of course. I've arrived with the intent of seizing the throne.
This is madness.
This is a chair.
Perhaps that's what it takes.
Exactly.
Foolish child. I gave you your power.
Nope.
You were mine the moment you crossed my threshold.
I'm not ready.
You keep coming. And you'll keep dying. Everyone has the damn orb except for Ball. Why?
Submit. The pain will end.
I don't want the pain to end. I want to inflict it.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I need time.
Yeah, I feel like, level or not, I am over-equipped for this part of the game. So, that area where second to final boss with the 3 vampires before Zir, I think that's going to be a joke, so I'm missing out on what was a good fight my first time. That's a shame. And I say good fight, good for Diablo IV standards, which is not the highest bar. Like, if we're talking PoE standards, it's not even on the radar of good. I say that, I haven't really spent that much time playing PoE. I want to go back to it. I feel like I haven't gotten a proper taste of it, and PoE 2 is about to drop. Sooner rather than later. It looks great. Why did I think there were stairs there? Come on. Ah, rocks falling from the ceiling. Right up there with the chandeliers built to take down God. We were talking Pokemon earlier. Can I just say this? The, was it the Jewel of Life? What was the Arceus movie called? Arceus getting bested by a goddamn candelabra. Still pisses me off. And I don't particularly care for the Pokemon anime. I haven't since, like, Generation 3. I dropped it somewhere in Gen 3, I can't remember where exactly. But I remember going back for Groudon and Kyogre and still being bored. And annoyed that Ash's voice actor changed. Whatever.
Feed upon your own kind and call me monster.
Look, I fight the cannibals. I am not with them.
Not deserve the blood in your veins.
Didn't ask for it. Didn't ask for it, don't want it, go fuck yourself. Quote from another good vampire.
I need time.
I'm not ready yet.
I need more
Are you
time.
done yet? It seems like you're refusing to die. You should. Good. I will approach and seize it from you. I had plenty of time. I don't know what I was worried about. Okay. And now, behold, we're going to start with your Sanguine Mage-looking form that we don't actually get to fight. You just hover, take a bath, and now we get to fight your crippled quadrupedal vampire. Quadrupedal? Whatever.
I'm not ready yet.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't like your odds.
I'm not ready yet.
That was a joke! He only dropped a sacred! Wow! That was nothing. Well, I guess I could have tried going in there even lower level, but really, that's the seasonal quest line on World Tier 4. Now all that's left is dialogue. Oh. I wasn't expecting him to just melt like that. No joke, the Bloodseekers in groups of 3 were a bigger threat than him. I know why they're gonna be the bosses for the abattoir instead of Zir himself. Oh, that's pathetic. Damn.
I thought I'd seen most everything. Knew what to trust, what to fear, when to fight, when to run.
Server instability is when you run.
I feared I'd pushed you too
Seeing
far.
that reconnecting
Creating
pinwheel,
monsters
that
to
is
fight
when
the
you
monsters.
fear. Anything else, you're just not trying hard enough.
It felt like the world was falling apart. I knew the cathedral wouldn't help, but who could? Then you tracked me down.
You're asking for the church to help in a game called Diablo. I don't think they're necessarily functional, let alone useful.
Every law of nature tells me you should be a vampire, yet something inside you resists. It might even cure you in time.
How else do you stave off the bloodsuckers? Clearly, blood.
Something in your blood.
From the Horned Lady. Too bad we killed her. Oh well. We could have cured vampirism. I don't even know if that's how that works. Whatever. Yeah, a little bit more potent blood. There's that. There's that. It's not even sacred! Again! Just normal. Oh, it's so disheartening. I guess I'll keep playing until this Death Evasion Elixir runs out, but we're pretty much done for the day. I gotta do more grinding, try to get to level 100, finish grinding up the Blood Harvest so I can see all those rewards, and once I have all of these at level 100 accumulated, I'll show you what happens if you do them all on max level in World Tier 4. So disappointing, though. Hunter's gloves are where? Where are they? Did I accidentally toss that too? God damn. Where's the blood magus? Magus. Jeez. I don't need multiple Ice Heart Brace. Whatever. Just take that, throw that in there. That. Are either of these worth keeping? No. These are the lobies. Mother. Yeah, I think that's everything accounted for.
Precious stones, beautifully cut.
You know, if we're gonna have that kind of just non-note for how to end the seasonal questline, I might as well get the awardment for using up all my incense. There's a world boss spawning, not soon, but in like an hour. Maybe I'll burn it on that. If I find another player in the Blood Harvest and they join me for the altars, I'll burn it on them. That seems fair.
Good salvage.
Blood Harvest. Oh, Whispers too. Okay. Villagers, of course. I'm just gonna go to the altar. Let's see what we can get done in a hurry. I honestly thought Zero was going to be harder. I'm underleveled. But I guess I'm sufficiently geared. Yeah, it's only 10 minutes into the harvest. If anybody's going to be looking to join in, I have to imagine now's the time.
I offered you. Now you seek to steal it from me.
Go on. Is anybody going to show up? I wanted to finish this incense. I didn't just want to burn it in town when I knew I was running out of players.
I need more time.
3 no-shows.
I need time.
I guess they're all prepping for the abattoir and not really... Nope, not using items like that. They just... Yeah. Oh well, I'm not burning an incense like that, I guess. Need more. Oh, the vampires see me as a threat, do they?
I need time.
I've still got some stuff in the late 70s I can use from leftover gear. But I figure once I hit 80-something, then I will do the chests, get more general armor, and then I can start working on farming up the rest of the things I need. I'm not ready for Duriel, not yet. If my other Sork with this build is an indicator, I want to probably get to at least 93, just to be safe. Then again, I was more than safe fighting Zier, so I don't even know.
I'm not ready.
It's hardcore. If there's one place I'm not going to take risks, it's hardcore.
I need time to prepare.
I'm not ready yet.
Nope, lost cause. Just give me the corpse. Oh joy, Bloodseekers.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
That went better than expected. What else is nearby? Yeah, sure. Let's knock this one out.
I need more time.
Nope, that's a wrong turn.
I need
There we go.
I need more time.
Okay. Did I just... yeah. might use Unwavering, maybe. I don't know. I have a lot of control. I don't need to save more, I don't think. Do I already have an expect? Oh. Engulfing Flames, that's high, but it's not perfect, so... It's not something I really use. Frozen Orbit, Frozen Memories, Recharging. That's a decent recharging. I'll hold on to that.
That's who you then? You need steel work? Plenty worth keeping.
Oh, I have another reward I can pick up. I'll be. Got about 10 minutes left on this death evasion as well, so... Gonna run out the clock. Might as well.
I cannot do that here. It is done.
Yeah, sure. Anything good. Not one ancestral. So the answer is no. I keep getting either Lightning Storm or Volcanic.
I cannot do that here.
Throw that in there. Throw that in there. Those go here. Yeah. Hold on to those for the moment while I think of what I'm doing.
Bless and thank you.
World boss. I'm not gonna wait around for the world boss. I just want to do more whispers. I will deal with them on the return trip. For now, I just want to get this basement out of the way. Cellar, I barely know her. Wrap that. Should take 30 seconds, maybe 60. I thought that was going to be cursed. I didn't think the shrine would work right away. Too easy. Okay. Now, let's see. What else? Oh, it's persistent. I'll be. I didn't mean to burn that key, but whatever, I got a bunch. It makes no difference. Practical or otherwise. Where is the body? There we go.
I need more time.
Okay, where is he? Oh, it's that Jimmer dead. These ones are annoying. Not difficult, just slightly inconvenient. I don't really want to bother with an event, so... I only need to kill one more of those guys. I just need to find more villagers. notice me, have they? Good for them. Where are my villagers?
I need time.
There's got to be more of them somewhere. The way they're instanced is annoying. At least finding structures is more predictable. Villagers don't have preset spawns on the basis of the maps. Not to the same extent.
I need more time.
Is that a villager or just a pit of corpses? That's what all these villagers are going to be eventually. Just looking for some still beating hearts.
I need more time.
Oh, that's a ghost. Don't count saving him. Finally, some fresh, living meat. Your bonus health only makes you spend longer dying. Is that what you want? Die quickly, feel less. One more villager, and then that should be good.
I need more time.
I guess I'm just hanging around until the Bloodseekers show up. I could migrate to Nightmare Dungeons, but the patch comes tomorrow that makes them more worthwhile, so no rush. Yeah, I feel pretty good about that.
I'm not ready yet.
Not gonna fuck with that statue at all. Not on hardcore in particular. Vampires see me as a threat, then come get me.
I'm not ready yet.
Porcupines. Those nasty things. You ever think about which animals they've chosen to still leap in as enemies specifically, not just ambience that can be killed? Like snakes. I like snakes. I don't like killing snakes. That's not because they're hard, it's I like snakes. I've had pet snakes. It's like when my mother or my sister got me a copy of Snakes on a Plane. It was a horror movie, alright. Not for the reasons they thought, because a bunch of snakes were dying. I like snakes. Why would you kill them? I have a couple of snakeskin boots. I made sure they're all fake. Because I like the animal. I don't want them to die so I can be fashionable. Well, be fashionable. That's already a stretch. Come on, give me the Bloodseekers. Ooh, another quest to ignore. There are Bloodseekers on my trail. Don't get me. Make it interesting. I said make it interesting, just stood there and took it. Alright. Well, guess I'm going to go to the tree. Hey, we are going to hit 73 before the end of this. I'll be. 73 is a prime number, right? That's not a hint of what I'm playing next. I'm not doing Metroid Prime, although I could. Especially, I want to play the remake. I haven't got it yet. The remake of Prime 1. But I like prime numbers. I'm not a full-on numerologist or some shit like that. It's just astrology for even deeper nerds.
It is done.
Why all volcanic, lightning storm, Stormbane's Wrath, all of them that I've gotten. I guess I'm going to save that last incense for my next stream, but I don't want to burn it for nothing, you know? Make it some kind of special occasion. And as long as I have you captive, I am going to fix my vampiric sigils. Now, Metamorphosis, I feel like, should just be maxed on everything, but apparently, if I run another barb during the season, I should leave Metamorphosis at 1, depending on the build. Hammers of the Ancient build, I think is what it is, was recommended to keep your Metamorphosis at 1. So, hey, who am I to argue? I don't know shit about Barbarian. My Barbarians are my banks, not actual characters. Yeah, I'm gonna have to farm more blood to finish maxing out all of my skills. That should be good for the moment. Let me just pull up the build guide, make sure I've got all the correct skills. Okay, Metamorphosis. Prey. I am using Ravenous. I should have put more into that. Oh well. And what else? Anticipation and Domination. There we go. What am I thinking of? Hectic? I guess so. I'm not using it, but I'm going to finish leveling everything anyway, so might as well throw some points in. Okay, I only need 13 times 25. It's a small amount of potent blood to finish upgrading everything. I think I'm going to save myself some of the farming and crap for me time. It can be very zen, you know? Not Zentreya zen, that's a different kind of zen. still, I can achieve, not nirvana, but some form of satisfaction from both. Uh-huh. Sell that.
May the light keep.
The forge is ready for whatever you need.
Scrap that. Store that. Oh, gotta store that too. I will deal with these later. Do I have room for that in the potions? I hope that stacked where I think it did. What do I have here? Just showing me more crap that I've got, yeah. Alrighty then. I'm going to teleport back to Kyovashad, and I think we're going to call it there, because we did everything we set out to do. We did the Capstone, we did the seasonal quest line, we did a little bit of farming, just for shits and giggles. I showed off the build and what it can do, and hey, if all goes well, this is the character I will be using to finally, for my first time, take down hardcore Uber Lilith. Time will tell. Well, I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I'm sorry it's been so long since I streamed, but hey, it's not gonna be the last of you. It's not gonna be the last of you I'm thinking of before Christmas. You're gonna see me for the, what's it called, Midwinter Blight. You're gonna see me for the Not Christmas event with the red-cloaked Sandy Claus, fresh out of Nightmare Before Christmas. We're gonna have more fun. I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully you are as well. Until then, remember, my suffering is your amusement, but occasionally you can share my successes, savor them, enjoy them, and it'll be in your power to take them away. Until then, hope you're having a good holiday season, and we can enjoy it together. Goodbye.